Okay. Alright, so. I hope you can hear me. Maybe I'll turn this off. Hopefully, like, nobody's in here. I'm practicing going live because, anyway, I'm practicing going live. I hate going live. And yeah, I know the camera's tilted and all that. I'm putting my face on, and while nobody's in here, because I really highly doubt anybody's in here, I'm just gonna talk. I don't know about what. This is why I hate going live. I mean, like, I think it might will be easier, like, when I can, um, maybe do Q&A or whatever. But I can't even do that until I get comfortable being freaking live. So, what do you want to talk about, Sarah? I don't know. What do I want to talk about? I really don't want to talk about anything. I just got out of the psych ward, so that's always fun, you know? Yeah, and so here's what I wanted to do. I know, okay, so I made this video, like yesterday, and I realized that I'm probably gonna catch some shit for it because it might seem as if I'm making light of my attempt to unalive myself. That's actually not the case at all. But, however, none of you are going to make me feel bad about being happy that I survived and making a video about it. Okay? So, how about that? I have lived with major depressive disorder since the day I was born. I don't like to sit around and whine about my childhood this and my PTSD that, because, I mean, it doesn't. Number one, people don't want to hear that. And, I mean, like, even if there are people that you pay to hear it, people don't want to hear about that shit. I'm just being honest. And it's not helpful. It's not helpful to me to do that. I like to stay present, and presently, I'm fucking happy. I can't drink anymore because I was prescribed an abuse, and if I drink while I'm on that medicine, it's not going to be just like throwing up and stuff. It'll straight up give you a heart attack. I wasn't joking. Which, okay, so I didn't find that out till the day before yesterday about the heart attacks part. And so I think it's funny that the nurse practitioner prescribed me. I'm in there for suicide, right? I'm in the psych ward for suicide attempts. And they're gonna give me something that all I have to do is get drunk and like take the pill and get drunk, and then I don't have to take 39 pills and end up in the psych ward. It just, just call me crazy, but I find it hilarious as as fuck, you know? So, I don't, yay, wait, I can't tell if people are in here, so I don't even know how to tell. Hopefully they're not. You know, but once I learn how to do this, you know, the bottom line, really, honestly, is I'm trying to make some money. So if you happen upon the replay of this, I mean, I don't ever say in my videos, I don't know if any of y'all ever noticed, I don't ever say that sentence with that word that I hate it. Like smash that like button, hit that. You know what I mean? I don't do it because you know I use YouTube a lot, and I know how the controls work. And if I like somebody, I'll subscribe. You know, I will. It's not gonna hurt me like to do that. You know. Now hold up. On Twitter, I don't follow anybody. I hate that word. Like following. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. And like everybody's just lining up to be a follower. No wonder our country is about to go up in a carefully orchestrated laser attack. So here's the thing, like I want to move out of this country so bad. I want to move out because I feel like it's about to get really dangerous around. Oh, nuts! I feel like it's about to start getting really dangerous around here. I noticed while I was watching, I think I was either on like YouTube TV or Tubi while I was in the psych ward, and and with the movie or show we were watching, just it had a shit ton of Christmas commercials. Now, I said something about it, and there was a girl there, and she's like, oh no, these are old movies, but I'm pretty sure it was YouTube TV, and I'm pretty sure YouTube, no matter what part of YouTube you're watching, excuse me, hold on, I gotta look for something. I'm pretty sure that they keep their commercials current. You know? Yeah. Like why wouldn't they? Like, the commercials is how they make money. Why would they? Like, yeah, they keep them current. So anyway, the point is this: if they're putting on Christmas commercials now, it's not for any other reason than didn't they know that the Christmas is not gonna come this year? Not to our country. Probably not to a lot of European countries. That's why I want to move to North Africa or Russia. So do they do opposite mail order brides in Russia? Like maybe I'll be a mail order bride. Right? I mean, do you have to like go over there and like work off your I don't know how that shit works, right? Anyway, back to what I was saying about my unalive video. And probably the people who are gonna say, oh, it's trigger this, trigger that. Man, look, when you're depressed, like when you just live in a state of depression, and I had the first time I tried to unalive myself. I was barely walking. I just learned how to walk. uh, we lived in some apartments, and I guess my mom had me down by the pool, and look, I've got 5 kids, and I brought them around pools. I've never seen a kid do any of my kids even begin to do this, but so she puts me down, and I walk straight to the deep end, and I jumped, and thank goodness, I guess she she noticed, and she used to tell me the story a lot. She jumped in and she said, "I had to pull you up by your hair." I was like, or not. You didn't have to. So, what do I need to say? Like a trigger warning? And I also wanted to say this: if you're feeling suicidal, look, here's something that has really honestly, like after, okay, I did an attempt at 27. That one should have definitely worked because I shot um what's half of an 8 ball? It's a 16th. So, but it was the bigger half. So half a 3 point. I shot like 1.7, 1.8 grams of fire ass cocaine. Oh my god. Uh, Straight into my left arm. I mean, don't get me wrong. I had a grand mal seizure. That was my first and only seizure I've ever had, and before I did that, I was just really angry at my ex husband. Had been hanging out and paying for the party, right? My ex husband and then another friend of mine, and I just had a few rules. Like once I bang my shot, please don't start talking about dope, right? Don't do that, and also don't start asking me for anything. Just don't do that. And I was just giving them copious amounts. You can go. Anybody want to read the story? They can. It's on my blog on WordPress. Athena's Wicked Owl, and it's called Jesus and the Christmas Lights. But he did it anyway, and I said, you know what? Fuck this shit, man. Like I can't get no respect. So I hopped in. I said I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go get another 8 ball, and I did. So I jumped in my car, ran over to the dope man's house, and purchased one last 8 ball. And I got back to the house, and I brought it to the back room where those two were doing their thing, and I pulled the bag out, and I dumped half of it, the smaller half of them, on the table. Now this room is carpeted, right? And I'm angry, and as soon as they went in for it, I just went, and I blew all that fucking coke into the carpet. And it was so funny to watch them like hit their knees. Like, why y'all doing that? Like, you gonna use your nose as a vacuum? Like, what the fuck? I knew they would do that though. And so um okay. So, anyway, and then as soon as they did that, I rushed up to the front bathroom, right? And hey, what's up? Did you hear that? Must have been. I rushed up to the front bathroom, and I um I hurried up and mixed up the other half of the A-ball, and I put it all on my arm. And so during the seizure, I couldn't talk. But I was completely sentient the whole way through, so I could hear them talk. And I was like convulsing at 90-degree angles, and oh my god, it was harsh. And I heard my ex husband ask Rocky, my friend, other friend, how funny is that? Uh, I heard him ask, "Well, where does she keep the rest of her? Where does she keep the rest of her dope?" And and I think Rocky said, "No, I heard him say I think she keeps it in her bra," which I don't. I kept it. I kept it in my vagina. Safest place. And not so much anymore though, because I heard at the parish prison they got a machine you got to walk through now that can see all that stuff in your vajayjay. That's not real fair. I don't think. I fucked up. So anyway, and then and so what I think he well, he couldn't check my bra right then because I was still having the seizure. And like while I was having the seizure, I was also thinking, like, and this is the part that I want to get to. Okay, as soon as it happened, the whole thing happened. I knew I was gonna die, and like I realized, oh my god, I actually I actually don't want to die. Can we like, can I get a can I get a do over? But yeah, and and I just started praying for everybody in my family and everybody that I knew, and and then I heard them talking about where they were gonna like how they were gonna dump my body and where they were gonna dump my body, and I don't know if the words actually came out of my mouth. I was trying really hard to verbalize to say, but like call an ambulance, please call an ambulance, and uh, they obviously they didn't call a damn ambulance, but didn't need them to anyway, because guess what? I just stopped having the seizure, and then I started seeing like it was the 22nd of December, I think, and it was like, oh my god, it was so cold outside, and Rocky like would string up Christmas lights. He never had a tree, but he strung some Christmas lights up, and I was looking at those lights, and I could see Jesus in all the lights, and Jesus started telling me from those lights, "Oh, your Mimi, my grandmother, she's gonna die today. You gotta go see her." Yeah, at this point, I'm fucking psychotic. I'm like totally fucking like just psychotic, and I was wearing some boxer shorts and like a shirt like this probably, and like I said, it was super cold outside, and I ran and I jumped in my car, and I rode to the nursing home that my Mimi was at to tell her that she was gonna die today. And when I got there, she and I were extremely close, very very close. In fact, I wouldn't have been able to grow up, but like it wouldn't have worked if she hadn't lived with us, because my parents were not it was I lived with my dad and my stepmother, and they were very, very cruel to me. And but she lived there, and she loved me. She was really, I guess, the only one who did. And yeah, she kept me together. But anyway, when I got there and I told her she was gonna die, she knew I was on drugs. She knew I was on dope, and but you know, it's she was used to that or whatever. But I was like, we have to call Daddy. We have to let him know. And I remember her being like, no, no, Sarah, that's a bad idea. Like, well, let's hold off on that. Let's put a pin in that. And I was like, no, they need to know. Oh, and I called them because I was psychotic, and they came, but they also called the police on the way there, and yeah. So when they got there, um, I think I looked at their faces and I realized that yeah, that they'd probably called the police. So I was like running to my car, and I remember my I got in, and then my dad opened the door, and he like sat in next to me in the driver's seat, trying to keep me from leaving. And Ryan, my ex-husband, was already in the passenger seat, right? And like those two grown ass men couldn't even keep me in that car. Like, and my dad's, 6'2", and and I remember I ended up getting out, like sliding out on my back, and like, and I went out the passenger door, and I saw my stepmom walk up to me, and I looked at her, and I said, "Come on," I said, "but I will punch your teeth down your motherfucking throat, bitch." And I swear to God, my voice changed, and it sounded like it sounded demonic. It did. That was some cool shit, man. Cause the look on her face after I said that to her, like she just didn't say anything, and she just slowly backed away from me. But anyway, that left my dad in the driver's seat, and so he took my car because I started running and ended up like trying to hide from the police because they hadn't gotten there yet. But uh, and was hiding in a ditch full of water, and it was about 19 degrees outside. It was so cold, but it got so cold my phone died. I had a Nextel. This tells you how long ago this was. Uh, I walked. I got out of the ditch. I'm finally. I'm just like, fuck this shit, man. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck this. And I got out and I started heading. There was a store up on the corner, and I'm just like, fuck this. I'm gonna go get a phone, payphone. Yeah, we had payphones then too. And call somebody. And as I'm walking, my parents like drive by and just looked at me and kept going. I was like, good. By the time I got to the store on the corner, here comes the sheriff, and he pulled in, and I'm sopping wet. It's freezing cold, and he got out of the car, and I'm like, man, I didn't do anything. I don't have anything. And he's like, I know, you just look real cold. You want to sit in the car and get warm? I'm like, I'm not sitting in your car. And he said, here. And he opened up the driver door. And he said, sit there. Sit behind the wheel. And I was like, damn. Okay. I'll do that. And he put the heater on blast, and so yeah, that was uh, that was really cool of him. Uh, I've not run through my share of friendly cops. I've never had that white privilege. I don't even know. Well, I don't know what white privilege is. Um. So anyway, that's that story. All right. So um. Okay. Well, I don't want to do this anymore. And if anybody's in here, which you're probably not, and that's fine with me because I know this has been trash. You don't have to comment that because it's like you're just singing to the choir. I love y'all.